Santiago. I am 18 years old, a senior at Collegiate High School, and I've been dual enrolled with this program for 2 years.
Okay, so you started at another college, and then we
Yep.
started an agreement with Southeastern University, and that's where you're finishing up. So after you graduate from high school and earning your associate's degree at the same time, how does that feel? Like you're going to be walking as a college graduate and a high school graduate at the same time.
So I think it's pretty cool, and I'm excited because that kind of puts me in a different perspective for future schools. I'm not an incoming freshman, who doesn't know what they're doing, who's got no experience. I'm coming in at higher level courses, and there will be a bigger expectation on me, but among students who are older than me.
Sure. So what motivated you to join the early college program as opposed to just going to, say, a traditional high school or a traditional Christian high school even?
So a couple reasons. The first, I want to be a pastor.
Okay.
And I wanted to, I don't want to rush my education, right, and not learn anything. But I did want to give myself a head start, particularly because, if I can pay for this on this end, right, then I don't have to worry about paying, at either a more expensive school, a school that doesn't offer high school scholarships, or a school, where I'm kind of starting from the ground.
Sure.
So that's one reason. Another reason is just prayed a lot about it. Prior to this, I was at a Christian high school, but the reality is I was never gonna get quite as high level of an education and quite as high level academically as I was looking for. So, after prayer and consideration, this is the decision that I made.
What were your challenges that you faced managing high school and college classes? And then how did you overcome them? Like, what were some of the strategies that you used?
So, as like a freshman and sophomore, I heard a lot of people say things like, college is different. You've got more time. You've got more freedom in college. You can do more stuff. And yeah, the college schedule is way different than the high school schedule. I went from getting up at 6 in the morning, being at school at 7:45 and being there till like 3 in the afternoon, unless, I had some sort of extracurricular, in which case I would be there even longer. I went from that kind of schedule to half days, Monday through Thursday, and it was just so different. And I went into that thinking, I'll have time to, I'll be able to work my part-time job during the day, and then I'll have evenings to myself, and I'll have the weekends, and, I'll have all this time for so many different things. And as I kind of began to, pack stuff in, I realized, yes, I have a much different schedule, but the amount of effort that you have to put in outside of school is also different. And it's super simple, but one of the things that helped me the most, helped me prioritize and organize myself the most, was getting a planner.
Okay.
Putting down, I've got to get this done. And so it seemed like I had all these assignments due within a week, but knocking out a few each day, and then prioritizing the rest of my schedule. Okay, this gives me time to go to the gym on this day, but not on this day. This gives me time for this extracurricular on this day, but I've got to cut this other thing out,
Sure.
I've got time to hang out with my friends on this day, but on this other day, I've got to hone in, it gave me freedom on Sundays, to really be able to enjoy my Sabbath day, not have to stress about all of this homework that I've got to get done since I kind of procrastinated through the week. And this year I've gotten different opportunities as well. I lead one of the small groups here with some of the students. I am in a position of leadership here as well. So those different opportunities have opened my mind to the fact that I don't have to wait.
Sure.
You know, I know what I want to do. I know how to get there, and I know, you know, different opportunities that are available to me, and that has opened me up to the reality that I don't gotta wait to be who God has called me to be. I can be that right now. That kind of opened up this world for me, and teachers who encouraged me like that opened up this world for me where I don't have to be afraid to go after these opportunities, because they're right there, particularly in this program. You know, beyond that, I've gotten to take courses this year that really have advanced, you know, my education and given me, you know, set me up for success in the future. Not just classes that I've taken to like get ahead in my education, but you know, I took a personal finance class. I'm, you know, more understanding of how I need to set myself up financially for college and whatnot. You know, I took a class dealing with you know, evangelizing and sharing my faith and what that looks like both as an individual but specifically as a college student, right? So mentors, teachers, people who've basically just been like, hey, you can do this, changed my academic experience completely. So I will be going to Reformation Bible College in the fall.
In Orlando or
Yes,
somewhere. Sanford, Florida. Right. Okay.
They have lots of different programs, which I was surprised by because they're relatively small. You know, in comparison to other Christian colleges and other Christian universities and whatnot, they're relatively young. There's this program that I'm going to be able to enroll in, and it's very simple. It's a 2-year degree completion program is what they call it. So you come in with any associates that you've already got. They take all of it, and then they work, you know, they work with you through that, and they work their way up through that. So I'll be with them for 2 years.
So Reformation Bible College has taken the associates that you've earned in high school, and they're using that, leveraging the entire program to shorten your undergraduate program.
Yeah, absolutely.